Alan, Wasalan, you with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another chapter. Read from Ramses, the Son of Light, Volume 1, Series 1, and we're basically in chapter 11, and we're gonna minimize this intro, get into this reading. So let's proceed. Let's get some education. Let's listen. Almanac had always been particular about the scribe's equipment, cleaning the water pot and brushes twice if he cleaned them once, smoothing his palette to a perfect surface, changing scrapers and erasers as soon as they failed to meet his standards. As he was secretary to a royal scribe, his supply budget was liberal, yet he continued to use the costly papyrus sparingly and compose rough drafts on scraps of limestone. In an empty turtle shell, he hand ground his own mineral pigments to make the bright red and the deepest black. When Ramses returned from the hunt after all the others, Amunai was overjoyed. I knew you were safe and sane. If not, I'd seen. And I haven't been wasting my time while you were gone. The case of the second-rate ink is moving forward. What did you find out? What we belong to that we belong to a complex branch of the public service with many different departments and plenty of skeptical officials. Your name and title open doors for me. You may not be popular, but you're respected. The prince's curiosity was piqued. Details, please. Ink cakes are an essential commodity in our country. Without ink cakes, no ink. Without ink, no writing. Without writing, no civilization. And no scribes. Well, let's pause right there. You get what I'm saying? Let's really pause right there for a minute. I don't want to go forward and then come back. But you get this part right here. No writings. Without writings, there's no civilization. That means you are uneducated people. You get me? You're very uneducated. If you can't read and you can't write, you're uneducated. Even back in those days. We ain't even talking about now. All this was adopted from our culture. You get what I'm saying? That what made our culture. That is the makeup of a civilization. Having intelligent people. Come on, that roll. And no scribes, Ramses teased. And I assume ink production is highly regulated. Each cake of ink is inspected and stamped before it leaves the warehouse. In theory, inferior product could never turn up in a top quality shipment, meaning something awfully fishy is going on, or else you've been working too hard and it's starting to show. I'm not pouted like an infant. You don't make me seriously. You don't take me seriously. I was forced to kill a man out in the desert. It was his life or mine. Ramses related his tragic adventure in detail. Amunai hung his head. No wonder you think I'm silly, getting all worked up over ink cakes. The God protected you. They'll always be with you, Ramses. Let's hope they're paying attention. The reed hut was sung in the mild night air. Frogs croaked in the nearby canal. Ramsey had decided to wait up all night for Isaac the fair. If she failed to appear, it would be over between them. Again and again, he saw himself fight for his life, knocking the groom into the vicious thorns of the desert date tree. Conscious thought he played no part in his actions. A firestorm had swept through him, leaving him 10 times stronger. Was it a fire from some mysterious world? The desert power of Set, his father's namesake? Until the moment, Ramses had believed he could control his own fate, defying gods and men, victorious in any combat, but he had forgotten the price to be paid in a fight, the stark fact of death. He had carried death like a sickness. He had transmitted it. He felt no regret, yet wondered whether the incident marked the end of his dreams or the frontier of an unknown country. Now, do you see where this man felt that he was bigger than God? He was bigger than the Creator, bigger than the demiurge. You saw that? He had already adopted that into his makeup, into his characteristics, into his reality on this rock. That he's bigger than God. Come on now. You're destined to fail. You're destined to fail somewhere down the line if you don't change your ways. A stray dog barked. Someone was approaching the hut in stealth. Perhaps he was being foolish as long as the dead groom's partner in crime, the chariot driver, was still at large. Ramses' life was in danger. Perhaps the driver had tailed him here. Probably he was armed. It was the perfect spot for a surprise attack. Ramses sensed the intruder's presence without being able to see him or judge his precise location. He could have described each gesture, the length of each silent stride. As soon as the shadow approached the door to the hut, the prince sprang, pinning the intruder to the ground. What a welcome. I said, why were you sneaking up on me? Remember our argument. Rule number 1, be discreet. She tightened her grip on her lover, his desire already perceptible. Please continue your attack. Have you made up your mind for good? The fact that I'm here should tell you something. Are you going to keep seeing Shinar? Are you going to stop talking? Stop talking. She wore a loose tunic with nothing underneath and offered herself to him with abandon. Aset was madly in love to the point of forgetting she once planned to be queen of Egypt. It was more than physical attraction. Ramses had an inner power even he did not fully grasp. That power was what she found so utterly fascinating. She could no longer think straight. What would he do with her? Slowly destroy her. The throne will go to Shinar, but already he seemed so pompous, so boring. I said the fair would never grow old and dull before her time. She was too fond of being young and in love. The dawn found them still intertwined. Unexpectedly tender, Ramses stroked his mistress's hair. Look, I'm going to say this right. I never wanted my brother woman. I never even sat around and said, come on, bro, let's run a train on her. Come on, bro, you understand what I'm saying? I just never wanted. I'm not attracted to the woman my brother is attracted to. You feel what I'm saying? And once again, he does show ignorance. You know what I mean? Your brother caught y'all. Your brother has said what he said, leave her alone, move on from her. But you're still messing with her, right? You still messing with her. Now, I was explained in prison to check my woman. And it worked. You know what I mean? Because if your woman is in my face, that means there's something attractive to me, or she wants to sit back and see us fight each other, which makes her the what? The enemy. She wants to divide us, right? Which makes her the enemy. So if you start with your woman, it should open your mind to seeing what's moving in your life. There is some wickedness moving in your life, right? They're trying to destroy anything that you are getting ready to grasp hold of and become successful at or in. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, you can have a business and not be in the business. You could LLC it and don't even worry about it. Just sit back and look at the profits. You get what I'm saying? So when I say success at or in, you understand what I'm saying? Get it. So I say this to you once again, you know what I mean? Shana already tried to kill him, and yes, he survived. Yes, he survived. This is the second, you know what I mean? This is the, taking him into the desert is the second time they tried to kill him. The first time, they just wanted to beat him up. You feel what I'm saying? They want to bruise him up a little bit to move on from Asset. But he's ignorant. He's not listening. You understand what I'm saying? So this was instilled in him early on. Early on. You understand what I'm saying? You better change some things in your life. You better change some things about how you see life. People will kill you. I'm telling you they'll kill you. I know they'll kill you over a woman. I'm telling you. There are some men out here don't see it my way. You get it? They don't see it my way. And see, some of these situations, that man, that woman, that woman is in her is in that man's face. You know, sometimes that man has already known this so-and-so wife, this so-and-so woman. But they just ignorant and want to keep on messing with this woman. Keep on. They don't know how to tell this woman, look, you're married. Look, you in a relationship with somebody I really respect, somebody I'm cool with. Let's not do this. You get what I'm saying? Let's not do this because it's not going to end up the right way. You understand? So I say this to you once again, you know what I mean? Wake up. Wake up. The devil moves in our life every day to tear us down. Mentally, socially, and physically. You feel me? Wake up. Look at what people are presenting to you before you put actions into it. Look, you've been with the nasty pastor. I'm out and I love you.